Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. We probably taking Yawgmoth's Will, trying to wheel Breach. Not really. I mean, we could try to Force Storm. It's funny that these two cards are together. We're going to take the Counterspell, though. It's definitely the best pick for this sort of format. You want to stay open early on. Arbor Elf is good. Thief of Sanity is pretty good. Not really a card I want to first pick. Coalition Relic is good, but pretty easy Counterspell here. Okay. Now we have a few options. I think the main things, so again, Paradoxical Outcome, Baral, good in some specific forms of blue decks, but not really things you want to take this early. I think I'm mostly looking at Izzet Signet and Xander's Lounge here. Esper Sentinel's great, but it's not really a card I want to take second pick after Counterspell. Signet has a little bit of tension with Counterspell, and that you can't, if you have both these in your hand, you have to choose between tapping out for this or holding up mana for Counterspell. It's not the biggest problem. You can just hold the Signet and play it later if you want to. But I think I will take the Xander's Lounge. They both add blue-red, so they're fixing for that. If we get, a lot of 4-drops we want to ramp into, like Urza and Karn, then Signet becomes a little bit better. But I think I'd rather just take the fixing here early on and see where we can go from there. Now we see Expressive Iteration, which is great. Probe is solid. Library is very good sometimes. Shark Typhoon is good against control, but Iteration is just amazing. We just picked up a nice piece of blue-red fixing. We also passed a piece of blue-red fixing, but still. This card also has some tension with Counterspell, but not too much. While this has a converted mana cost of 2 or mana value of 2, you don't play it on turn 2. You want to play this basically as late as possible. Try to maximize your chances of hitting 2 spells, but even if you're playing it on turn 3, it's just a great card. We're going to take this. Now we see a Third Path Iconoclast. Not really a card that I love, but it does help us to cut blue-red, which isn't bad. The other option is Chrome Mox, which is fine, but I think I'll take the Third Path Iconoclast here. Yeah, we'll just carve out the Izzet niche. And also getting this early can adjust our pick order a little bit. This makes cards like Mishra's Bauble a little bit better. We did just pass Probe, but this card is fine. And also, it's better in this format where there's a little bit less removal. I think this card is terrible in Modern, where there's just so many Unholy Heats and Fatal Pushes and whatnot. But it's not too hard to be able to get some value out of this in Vintage Cube. Okay, there's a Hallowed Fountain, if we want to be Jeskai, but we're already pulled a little bit more towards Grixis. Vampire Hexmage and Thespian Stage in the same pack are kind of funny. They both combo with Dark Depths, but I don't think I want either one. I think I'd just rather take Ancestral Vision here. Inferno Titan is a good piece of top end, and Thieving Skydiver is, situationally incredible and always decent. But I think I'd still rather just take the really solid card draw. Yeah, we'll take Ancestral here. Okay, late Lightning Bolt. There is the Dark Depths, but definitely taking the Lightning Bolt. This card's amazing. It's good with the Iconoclast. It's good with card draw. It's just a really strong card. Whoa, okay. So, interesting pick. Firebolt's really strong. It's, the most likely to be good in this deck. Okay, so yeah, Firebolt's most likely to be good in this deck. Kolaghan's Command, I mean, we do have some Grixis fixing, but I'm going to go for the high upside pick. We're in blue-red. We see a really late Kiki-Jiki. That's just a little too good to pass up. Now we see Time Warp, Glorybringer. Close pick. I think I'm going to take the Dragon here. Time Warp is good, but Glorybringer is very good. Now we see another Izzet card. It doesn't work with anything we have right now. Thief of Sanity is solid. We could take some fixing. I think I'll just take the Thief, though. If we get some fetch lands, this could become really nice. Now we take a Wormcoil for the board. Batterskull for the board, I guess. No, I'll take a Fire Blast. Actually, no. Final Answer, Beaumont Courier. None of them are amazing, though. Okay, I guess we'll take the Ferocidon here. Yeah, I don't think we're playing any of these other cards. I mean, we're not playing Ferocidon either. Ophiomancer, Zuran Orb. Okay, not many super late pickups. That's fine, though. I would love to be able to do twin stuff. If not, we can just be Grixis mid-range. Then I will regret not taking the Firebolt, though, of course. But a solid start. We need some fixing. We need some combo pieces, but I like where we're at. Nice. We got the last pick, Niv. Let's do it. I do not think we're gonna be able to make that happen. Okay. Pretty easy Scalding Tarn here. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is amazing, and it is like kind of a combo with Kiki Jiki. Um, but we just have terrible fixing. We might play Grixis. At the very least, we're trying to play Counterspell and Kiki Jiki in the same deck. We just really, really need this. It is painful, though. I would very much like to play this Fable. Thirst for Discovery is also pretty good. But yeah, we got to take the Scalding Tarn. I would take Tarn over almost any spell here, like Ragavan maybe. There's a few, but yeah, we want the Tarn. And now we get the Pestermite. Pretty great. It could come around, but I'm not going to risk it. Mizia Mortars is fine, but we're not even missing out on that much. Let's take the Twin, or the Twin combo piece. Really good start. All right, interesting. We get past a Mox, but I actually don't even know if it's the pick. It doesn't help us with many of our cards at all right now. It like can help us a bit with Pestermite, I guess, but I actually think I'd rather take Spirebluff Canal here, weirdly. I would obviously take a on-color Mox, even a black Mox, or maybe even a white Mox. This is the only one that I would like definitely pass here, but I think I would rather have the Spirebluff Canal. Yeah, we have pretty demanding mana requirements. Let's take this. Weird pick. Someone's going to see a third pick, Mox, and be pretty happy. Now I'll take Volcanic Island, of course. Much better than Spirebluff Canal. Vendilion Click is good too. Nahiri could be good if we get Jeskai fixing, but let's take the Volcanic Island. And now the mana's starting to come together well. Okay, we see Daze, Stowaway, Queller, and Chandra. I'm leaning towards the Chandra here. Daze is pretty good. Maybe it is actually Daze. No, Chandra's really good. Let's take the Chandra. Although, I mean, if we take the Daze, we could wheel Rekindling Phoenix, but that's not even good. This card sucks. Daze is really, really good sometimes. Not always. Chandra or Daze? I think they're both better than Stowaway. I think I'm going to take the Chandra here. It's close, but Chandra's very, very good. Now we see Snapcaster Mage. That's great. I also love Faithless Looting, but Snap with, like, Counterspell, Iteration, Bolt. We'll get some more stuff. Yeah, I think that's the pick. Not playing any of these. I'll take Echo of Eons. We could maybe get there if we find Narset. Actually, wait. Let's take Duretti. Yeah, let's take Duretti here. That seems pretty sweet. We might not end up playing black, but we do have a couple pieces that work with it. Oh, there's a Dreadpore, which is nice if we're playing black, but definitely taking the Twin. Now we see... Sunbait Canyon is fine. Sower is good in some matchups. How likely are we to splash white? Not that likely, but we could find Restoration Angel. I think I'll take this speculatively in case we find Resto. Or maybe like Fractured Identity or something. Alright, this is looking pretty sweet. I do want more pieces of the other half of the Twin combo. Ooh, Mizia Mortars is great. This helps us. It's a red-white land if we are trying to splash, but we only have one burn spell. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to pick up a second one there. And I'm also pretty happy to pick up a third one. This is great. Snapcaster Mage is becoming much better. Now we see, Nahiri's good. I don't think we really want Perforos's Intervention or Swift Spear. Dark Confidant's interesting if we're playing black, but Nahiri's a legitimate combo piece in this deck, so I think that's the pick. Alright, picking some random stuff here that we're not going to play. And moving on to pack 3. So, outs to splash black, outs to splash white. Could also just be blue-red. Now there's a card that's green that we would want to splash. There's also Verdant Catacombs. Watery Grave would help with the splash, but I think we just take the Mana Leak here. Yeah, Mana Leak is really, really strong. And the black cards we have are, like, fine, but we don't really need that kind of card if we're just trying to combo kill them. Yeah, we'll take the leak. Now we see Fiery Confluence, Mox Diamond. Palace Jailer is good. Dictor Time is also good. Actually, this might be a good Dictor Time deck. Yeah, we're playing a combo. We're filling the graveyard a little bit. We don't have a ton of 1-mana spells, but we have a lot of 2-mana interactive spells. And this plays really, really well with, like, having a 2-card combo in your deck. Yeah, I'll take the dig. Okay, this pack is a brick for us. Fallen Shinobi is definitely the best card. There's also Volcanic Island, or Tropical Island, but I don't think Minskenbu or Oko is likely to wheel. I think we should take the Mind Twist here. Again, like, we only have 2 black sources. I think we're not likely to play black, but Mind Twist is really good if we do get there. Okay, now we see Spellseeker, which can find, like, iteration. That's fine, but I think I'd rather just take Fury for power level. Chain Lightning's good too, but I think Fury is better. Yeah, let's take this. Oh, there's the Restoration Angel. Okay, can we make the splash work? We only have 1 white piece of fixing right now. I think we just take the Force of Will. I would take Resto over an average card, but this is a really, really good card for us. It protects our combo. We're a little light on blue cards, but yeah, I think we still just take this. Okay, there's a Rogran Triome. Also, Burst Lightning and Remand. And I think we just take Remand and give up on the white splash. Yeah, I think this is probably the right pick. I mean, Rogran Triome also does help us with our mana. But Remand is just so good. Yeah, let's take the Elite Interactive Spell. And it looks like we're not going to get a super late combo piece, unfortunately. Stomping Ground. We're not splashing green, realistically. Thoughtseize is great, but we're also probably... I mean, we just don't have the fixing for it. We have great fixing for specifically blue-red, but we don't have good fixing for any splash. I don't like Karizev, though. I guess I will take the Thoughtseize for power level. Okay. Marsh Flats can find Xander's Lounge, but that's it. We might still play Sunbait Canyon, actually. Yeah, I think I'll just take Stomp here. This is a deck that has multiple combo pieces, but it also can win without the combo. Ooh, Fiery Confluence on the wheel. I like Rabblemaster too, but Fiery Confluence is great. Okay, we'll take the Vortex. So we're like kind of twinning. We only have 1 piece that combos with Twin and Kiki-Jiki, but I think it's still worth it to play. Birthing Pod's kind of funny, but not good enough. Orcish Lumberjack. Not making the cut here. We have no forests, so we'll take this just in case we splash. Okay, we need to play a cut. Oh, nice. Late Rogran Triome. Still not going to splash white with only 3 white sources. I think. The Hiri and Showdown both would be good. Well, let's see. Right now, we do need to play 2 more spells. We could just play, like, mediocre red cards, but this actually looks kind of good. We could do this, and then play 18 lands, including 1 plains. Let's see how this would look for colored sources. This gives us 4 white sources, which is passable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 red. We definitely don't need that many red. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue, 12 red. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Alright, 18 lands. It's like, this deck is a few cards away from being really great. First of all, just having another twin combo piece would be huge. Second of all, having more cantrips, or any cantrips, like Ponder, Preordain, would go a long way. Third, if we could splash these black cards, that would be really nice. But we have only 2 free black sources. Like, Thoughtseize, Mind Twist are definitely good. And Ready. I think these white cards are better, though. Yeah, in particular, Nahiri being able to find either part of the combo is, I think, what pushes me over the edge. If we had like a few more fetch lands and we could splash black and white comfortably, that would be great. But yeah, we'll run like this. The deck is pretty sweet. I'll see you in round one. Alright, here we are for round one against Yamadajiru. We are on the play with an amazing hand. Ancestral Vision into Mana Leak is pretty much perfect. We have all of our colors. We have a combo piece. Definitely a good keep. And against black, green, okay. Fiery Confluence is a fine pickup, not something I'm urgent for here. Okay, not going to worry about that with this Mana Leak. We can kill that with Fiery Confluence later. Okay. So we have the combo. Not going to counter that either. So if we draw land, I will just fire off Confluence to blow up both signets and hit them for 2. Alright, that's pretty bad. So we pass. Okay, that's not a problem. We'll play Pestermite at the end of turn. It's like if they kill the Pestermite, we don't have a combo anymore. But we can easily win without a combo, so I'm still just gonna jam and try to empty my hand a little bit against with the Ancestral ticking down. Okay, it looks like they have Tinker. That's bad. We can't Mana Leak it. Oh. 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 Hmm. I think I'm gonna let this resolve. If they take the Pestermite, it's fine. If they take them, like, there's no point in Mana Leaking this, really. We could play Pestermite in response, but I'm okay with them taking the Pestermite. They take the leak, okay. Now they play their Tinker. Jesus. That's brutal. Okay. I mean, we could just win here. If we find Land Splinter Twin, we just win. Oh, well, we did find Land Splinter Twin, so we'll see. Hopefully they don't have more stuff off the Citadel. They've already played a land. Thieving Skydiver off the top is fine. Lotus Petal is really bad. That's one of the worst things for us that they could have found. Oh man, this is okay. Now this is officially bad because now they have like plenty of mana up. We are gonna get to draw a bunch of cards here. I think I'm actually gonna fire off a bolt on their face. Weirdly enough, I can't take them off of any mana, and we could potentially try to burn them out. That's like another path to victory. We get to draw cards here, so what we want to find is land Force of Will. No force. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to get better than just going for this here. Good chance they have something, but we got to try. Mana Drain, okay. So, what's our path to victory now? Just burning them out. So let's go Fury. Kill both of their flyers, hit them down to 6. And then we have lethal in the air next turn, in theory. Really unlikely that we can win here. I mean, they have Bolas' Citadel, they have Urza, they get tons of mana here. But we do have a plan, like a path to victory with our 5 lands over here. And then assuming that that doesn't work, which I think is a pretty safe assumption, we'll just go to game 2. That Tinker for Bolas' Citadel into Wheel of Fortune was brutal. We had a really good hand. We were ready to start going. Well, yeah, even the Vendilion click into it. Hopefully they're just spinning Urza. They're not though. 6 mana. A lot of stuff we can't beat here. Agent of Treachery is among them. Although I guess I won't concede yet. Multi is fine. We take 4, but our life total is still pretty healthy. Busy Mortars. Interesting draw. That actually can kill their board next turn. We'll play land, Glorybringer, not, and then just attack and not exert. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, there's no real way they. Wait. Can they kill us with Bolas's Citadel, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 permanents. So they would need to put 3 more permanents into play. Um, I think I'd still rather just keep up the odd chance of killing them next turn. Yeah. It's close. They're at 2, so they can't really use the Bolus of Citadel for value. That I mean, they can play lands off the top, but it's fine. Um, they can spin the Urza. All right, they are coming in with everything. Weird game. Very weird game. I guess I should note, on the turn when we went for the combo and they had the mana drain, if we were able to kill the Urza, they wouldn't have had the double blue because they couldn't have tapped their construct, but that wouldn't work because our only way to kill the Urza was Fury, which is sorcery speed. So we could do that on our first main phase. And then, well, I guess we could play the Fury, and if they countered the Fury with a mana drain, we actually could have won. Oh, damn it. So they can copy Agent of Treachery and then steal our Glorybringer. Then we overload the Mizzy Mortars and it just becomes like a weird game. Oh, wait, no, they can just win with Bolas' Citadel. Bummer. Oh, wait, no, that's on top of their library. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 permanents. So we might actually win here. But yeah, if they countered the Fury, we could have won. But if they just let the Fury resolve, then but they could still float mana, and then we couldn't actually combo kill them until our second main phase, and that wouldn't have worked. So, but I still should have gone for that line. But somehow we win. Weird game, really weird game. But I'll take it, I guess. So they're playing like weird 5-color combo: Through the Breach, Wheel of Fortune. Good to know about Mana Drain and Tinker. All right, interesting deck for sure. Do we want anything here? Discard spells are tempting, but the problem is these are like it's much better to splash 4 drops than it is to splash 1 drops that you want to be able to play early. I think we just run it back. Yeah, we'll submit like this. Yuck. Iteration's great. We have all our colors, but this is just too bad. Man, back to back 6 landers. I will keep this on 6. I'm not happy about it, of course. Here we can maybe cycle away some of our lands, and we can get a Triumph on turn 1 here. Hopefully they don't have any Tinker shenanigans anytime soon. Drawing them out there is brutal. Of course, drawing a counter would have been the best. But we're representing counter magic. As are they. This is fine. Although they're going to see that we have no counter magic. They're probably not going to take anything, which is such a power move with Click. Yep. All right, so do your worst. Land, Signet, Tinker, win. I will incinerate this. We could go for Nahiri and try to minus, but first of all, unlikely we can even resolve Nahiri. And second of all, I'd rather just be able to plus. Man, Time Walk 2. Their deck has some powerful cards. Alright, they get a little value here. Oh, bummer, it's an island. Okay, I'm just going to bolt this now. And then we're going to play Nahiri, and they're going to use their mana drain, probably. At least that stops them from cracking the clue. Please resolve. Oh, nice. It does resolve. Okay. Drawing another land there is terrible, but hopefully we're able to untap with Nahiri and keep on filtering through our deck. We are playing 18 lands, so we can't be too surprised about Mana Flood. They play, okay, Muldrifter is fine, honestly. It's like decent, but we can just kill that, play Bone Crusher, threaten Ultimate with Nahiri. Okay, let's discard Island. Twin, interesting. Okay, I think I'm just going to pass and hold up Mana Leak rather than putting Bone Crusher Giant into play. It's kind of close. And I think I will, yeah, I'll stop this now to stop them from, attacking Nahiri effectively. And we might be past the point where Leak is very good. Please tap one more. Nice. Okay. It's not like the scariest thing ever, but it's still definitely worth a Mana Leak here. It also will make Mana Leak dead because it'll let them hit so many land drops. If they counter this Mana Leak, we're totally fine. The post. Yeah, alright, this is fine. So we could just go for the kill, which I think is probably worth it. Let's play around Spell Pierce and just go for the kill, yeah. So it has haste. Do we get you? Nice. All right. Smooth start. We're 1-0, kind of 2-0. See you in round dose. All right, here we are for round 2 against Boris Bov. Back-to-back die roll wins is nice, but I mean, we have the combo, a lot of good stuff, but can't keep a one-lander on the play, unfortunately. I can keep a two-lander on the play, but I'm not thrilled about it. Let's keep and put back Force of Will, I think. Yeah, Force is good, but I don't really want card disadvantage here. Hopefully we're playing against a creature deck of some sort. We have a lot of good ways to deal with small creatures. Oh, man. Okay. So iteration is our best draw by a lot. Just iteration for 2 lands. And yeah, hoping that they play some small creatures. That is a small creature, but that is not what I had in mind. Oof. Alright. 18 lands, remember. Minsk and Boo. Okay, I am going to remand this, but that's actually not bad. We can kill the Minsk and Boo with Incinerate with a trigger on the stack. But I still want to do this to just hit land drops. So now let's get this into play. Pass, and then again, we're just going to Incinerate the Minsk and Boo with a trigger on the stack. If they have Spell Pierce, it's bad. This card is funny because it's so good sometimes, but it's just like really, really bad against Lightning Bolt. Okay, I'll get this third path Iconoclast down. I don't care too much about the Boo, but we could still stomp it just so we can start attacking. Yeah, I think in response I will stomp this, especially with like more ways to kill creatures in our hand. Wait. Yeah, we didn't have enough red to throw this back at them because we used one red to play it. Goblin Rabblemaster. Okay, hopefully we can find a land and play Fury or Glorybringer, either one. Damn. That's bad. I'm not gonna evoke here though. I'll just spend play this. That was poor sequencing, by the way. We should have played this first to play around days. Do we get punished? No. Um, Fury will still clean up the board next turn. I'm also fine just trading Bone Crusher Giant for Rabblemaster if we are presented with that opportunity. But all of these cards are good. I don't want to lose any of them to evoke the Fury. Okay, I might evoke the Fury now if we don't draw the land because we're just taking so much damage. But really hoping that we can just top deck the land. So I will block one of these goblins now. And then hopefully Fury to kill all these. Land. Come on, deck. Alright, that is good enough that I will play here. Let's go. Hand, bottom, exile, land, and then Fury. Would have been much better to cast, of course, but still pretty good. And especially given that we couldn't even play the Nahiri. And now I pass. Next turn we play Glorybringer, and we have Ancestral Vision ticking down. The problem is they have 5 spells in their hand. They play a Glorybringer. That's kind of funny. Glorybringer can only kill non-dragons, so the Glorybringers don't kill each other. I wish they did. I would love to just eat their Glorybringer with mine. They might not realize it and accidentally exert theirs. So we're playing against like Teamer, mid-range, kind of aggro. We don't really have much of a sideboard in general. Wormcoil Engine could be good. It's bad if they have Dak Faden, but it's very good against like Rabblemaster. And even can potentially beat a Minskin Boo. So I think I probably will bring that in. I do also like the cheap burn though. Yeah, not sure exactly what to cut. We'll take a look at the deck list. Kari Zev is an option, but I don't think we need it. Technically, we do win the race, but it's unlikely that this comes down to a pure race like that. Robber of the Rich. Okay, we no longer win the race. The Robber won't trigger, but it still hits us for 6 and puts us to 3, so we're dead to a burn spell. Dead to a lot of stuff. Magda. Okay, so Kiki Jiki would win the game, assuming they don't have anything. So would Fiery Confluence. Mountain does not. Does Mountain just lose the game? Yeah. Bummer. Can leave this back to block, but we still die. Okay. So close. Go into game 2. Yeah, if we had the land for the hardcast Fury instead of evoking, we win that game pretty easily. But so be it. Let's bring in the Wormcoil Engine and cut Showdown of the Scalds, I think. Yeah, and then we'll run it like this. Kind of tough. We like flooded hard, but we couldn't even cast all our spells because we didn't have white mana, which isn't that surprising. We don't have a ton of white sources, but unfortunate. All right, let's get that turn 1 Ancestral Vision here. No turn 1 Ancestral Vision, but a good hand. I'm not going to hold this Rogran Time to cycle. It's kind of close, but it is a white source, and it's our second blue source. If we just top deck 3 lands in a row, I'll wish we had saved it, but well, maybe we could even save it because we'll probably have a turn to sequence it later. You know what? Actually, I will. I think there's a good chance we end up playing the Triome anyways, but we should be able to find a good window later. Okay, let's just bolt the bird. Do they have the Sakura Tribe Elder? Oh, Black Lotus. What you got? Rekindling Phoenix. That is not as scary as I was expecting it to be. Okay, let's just put the Bone Crusher Giant into play. So this takes 2 kill spells to kill. If they trade Bone Crusher for Rekindling Phoenix, then we can just hit the token with Amizium Mortars. Also, given that we drew 4-drop into 6-drop, I wish that we had played Rekindling Phoenix on turn 1, but I think we're going to be fine. Ooh, good answer to the Phoenix. This turn, though, I'm going to Amizium Mortars their Magda. Play the tapped land. So, yeah, if we had sequenced our lands better, or hard to say better, but if we had played the Rogran Triumph on turn 1, we would have remanned up this turn. Okay, that's fine. I don't even know if I would remand this. So we can't shoot it back at them, but we can just play Nahiri, eat this, get a clean 2-for-1. After we've gotten several 2-for-1s already. So Black Lotus is an intrinsic 2-for-1. Bone Crusher Giant was a 2-for-1. Nahiri is now going to be a 2-for-1. I guess they could dash Ragavan or something, but very good position. If we draw land, we can play Wormcoil. If we draw anything else, we have tons of action. Robber of the Rich. That is annoying. It doesn't trigger here, but it does kill our Nahiri. Yeah, I think I just want to kill the Robber here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, let's just play Third Path Iconoclast, actually. Robber of the Rich isn't that scary. I don't think it's super likely that they're going to be able to trigger it here. And I will accept this trade. Say Fiery Confluence for something juicier. They don't play a spell. Alright, we just get to jam our Wormcoil. This should close out the game pretty quickly. Even if they have some sort of way to kill it, it obviously comes back. We just don't want to see Island Dak Faden. Layla. Not very effective against Wormcoil. I think I will fire off this Fiery Confluence to kill the Layla. We could put them to 2, but let's just do this. 2 damage to each creature, 2 damage to each opponent. They're dead to the Wormcoil, and we have remand up. So, looks like we'll be good to go to game 3 here. This should be a good matchup. We have a lot of burn that lines up well against their small creatures. You know, like certain Black Lotus, like turn 1 Minsc and Boo would win. And this should be GG. Okay. Do we want to bring in Karizev or anything? Don't think we want Beaumont. I think we just run it back. Wouldn't mind a nice Force of Will hand just to insulate us against that Black Lotus nut draw. Alright. Not a great hand, but we have Force of Will, so we are insulated against the scariest things, and then just like lands and spells. Both of these are not going to be, or all 3 of these won't be relevant for a long time, which is too bad, of course. And I would like a hand that has a little bit more cheap burn, because I don't want to have to use Force of Will against Layla or something, like a card that we could just use one of our many burn spells on. But lots of lot. Oh, they do have the Lotus. They do have the turn one Minskin Boo, it looks like. Court of Bounty, yeah, that's actually maybe even scarier than Minskin Boo. Probably not, but definitely not beatable, so we're going to use the Force of Will. Very, very happy that we were able to have the Force in the opener. And now it's possible they just have a bad opener. Yeah, it's possible they just. Oh wow, that was an incredibly good draw. Definitely the best draw on the deck. Yeah, turn 0, Force of Will, turn 1, Ancestral Vision is a pretty nice hand on the draw. Sakura Tribe Elder is fine. Xander's Lounge. I think that's pretty bad here. I would play a white land, but that doesn't do much, so we'll just cycle that end of turn. Lots of mana over there. They could play Minskin Boo. Hopefully they don't have it. We draw in 2 turns. We're representing counter magic, of course, but we don't have it. Hopefully they play around it if they do have a scary threat. Robber of the Rich. Okay, that's good. That will trigger here. Hopefully just land on top. Mizium Mortars. Okay, so that is what it is. Mizium Mortars would have been a good draw, too, to kill this thing. Hex Drinker. Okay. That's scary. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely lose this. Incinerate's a good draw. So we need to decide which one of these things we want to kill. I think the Hex Drinker is scarier. The question is, do we risk them having a counter spell? We haven't seen any counter magic yet. I think I'm not going to. I think making them sink 2 mana into this Hex Drinker is pretty valuable. Oh. Okay, well, we need to kill that instead. But we get to draw 4 cards on our next turn, and good chance we'll be able to find something that, man, they found a Glorybringer too? Okay, so, yeah, I really, really want to find Fury. And we do. Okay, that should basically seal the deal. I'm not going to play around Daze. I don't think they have it. Boom. Fury, too strong. Incinerate your Minskin Boo. Our draws lined up well with theirs, I will say. Force of Will for the court. Incinerate for the Minskin Boo. Fury to sweep their board. They do get Escape to the Wilds, which gives them a lot of cards. But now we get to play Wormcoil Engine, and we can also potentially go Fury. Splinter Twin on Fury. Well, no we can't. Yeah, we're just going to jam our Worm. Wormcoil Engine totally shuts down Rabblemaster, Perverse's Intervention. Elvish Mystic is already kind of a brick. Huntmaster is fine, but pretty mid here. Yeah, it's not over. They could top deck well, but we're well ahead at this point. Okay, they just used Perverse's Intervention to kill the Wormcoil. That's fine. If they're going to play the Rabblemaster, they should go to their second main phase. Yep, they found the line. Good for them. Although, I don't even know if they should play Rabblemaster at all. It kind of just helps us. Nahiri, interesting. We could just leave this back and just keep on eating the token to gain life, but let's just kill this. I think I'd rather even get the Bone Crusher into play than play Nahiri, since our hand is fine. We'll just swing and then end of turn crack the Sunbaked Canyon. Alright, looks like we're going to get there. They're not dead on board, but they're very close. We hit them down to 14, and we can hit them down to 1 next turn. Alright, so we're 2-0. Fighting for that trophy, which would make 3 in a row, I think. So, I'm obviously hoping that happens. See you in the finals. Alright, here we are for the finals. Unfortunately, we lose the die roll here. Oh man, this hand is... I think it's just too bad. It has all of our colors, but Twin, it doesn't do anything. We don't have a blue card for Force. I think we should chip it. Okay, I will keep this and put back Kiki Jiki, I think. Again, with only one Pestermite in the deck, starting with one half of the Twin combo is not that impressive. Playing against blue in the finals, huh? Shouldn't be surprised. Do we want to kill the Jace now? I think I'd rather get the third path Iconoclast down. You know, if they go like land, bolt your third path Iconoclast into hold up counterspell for the Incinerate, things start to go a little off the rails for us. But this is a much higher upside play, and letting them have... Oh, they did have the red source. But letting them have one loot is not that big of a deal. If I knew they were playing Reanimator, I would instantly kill the Jace for sure. But I don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like they are. Soul Ring. That's not fair. Okay, let's just swing for two, pass. Given if I didn't find a blue source, then of course I would just incinerate the Jace immediately. But I would much rather hold up counterspell here. Thirst for Discovery. I think that is worth countering here. It's kind of close, but I don't want to let them get cards when they already have mana. I don't think they're super likely to be able to flip the Jace and flash back this turn, so we should get a window for Incinerate on the Jace this before they flip it. Alright, that puts the fourth card in the graveyard. If they have a cantrip, it's pretty bad. They also just have 6 mana, or 5 mana, so... Alright, nice. They don't get to flip the Jace. They discard Winds of Abandon, alright. So it looks like we should get a chance to Incinerate here. We do draw land, so we could flash back. We could go Snap Counterspell. I think I'd rather just stop this from flipping. They could have a Counterspell here as well. But if they use the Counterspell on the Incinerate, we're fine. Miscalculation? Alright, looks like they probably have days. Otherwise, they should probably just be cycling this. Alright, you got me. Still a 2-for-1, though. I think we're in a decent position. They only have 2 cards. If they flip their Jace and then just flashback Thirst for Discovery, we can kill the Jace and pass with Snap Counterspell up. That seems fine. Discard the Plains, alright. 2 cards in hand. And they shrink the Iconoclast. Okay. Remand. Good draw. So we could play Glorybringer and go for it, but I think I would rather just pass with mana up here. So let's hit their Jace down and then pass. And Remand is really good here. Of course, it can just remand a big spell if they play Consecrated Sphinx, but also it's especially good against Flashback, because we would get to draw a card and they wouldn't get the card back in their hand. This was an old tech against like Lingering Souls back in old school Modern. But now I'm dating myself. Dack Fayden, do we care? I don't think so. If they gain control of one of our dudes, that's fine. If they loot, that's also fine. Wow, discarding Factor Fiction, Riftwind, Cloudskate. Those are both pretty good. Alright, in a turn, let's fire off Snapcaster Incinerate. And I think I'd rather kill the Jace than the Dack here. Since Jace represents Factor Fiction or something else. Ooh, if they go for... This is great. We get to remand our own. I love this play too. This is another... Oh man, remand is kind of sick. It's like unplayable in Modern now, but there's like multiple things that make it really cool. So we get a nice 2-for-1 there. Now do we want to... How do we want to proceed? We have Snapcaster Mage, which they do know about. We could play Glorybringer, but we can't kill both of their Planeswalkers. I think I'm just going to suspend this and pass the Snapcaster up. And we'll send all three of these at Jace so they can't flash back anything. And then again, we'll hold up Snap Remand or Snap Counterspell, and then if they do nothing that we care about, we can Snap Incinerate. They just code Fractured Identity? Jeez. That just can't be right. Ponder is not as good as Fractured Identity. I mean, they know we have Snapcaster, I guess. They chose to not shuffle. Alright, so they like what they have. Shrinking our guy yet again. Playing Muldrifter. Okay, we're just going to snap. I think I'd rather Counterspell than Remand here. Oh, wait, we don't have mana for that, so we're going to have to Remand. That's fine, though. There's the Plains. Okay, so do we want to play Dig Through Time or Glorybringer? Probably Glorybringer. We could hit them for 10, but I think I will just kill their Planeswalkers. I mean, yeah, they might go like White Source, Wrath, but that's not super likely. So I guess they already played Daze, so we don't really need to play around Daze, but we'll do this. Glorybringer. And then kill both of their Planeswalkers. Again, there's an argument to just hitting them, but oh, they just concede. Okay. Sweet. So we're playing against like Jeskai Control. Their deck looks sweet. I mean, Counterspell, Fractured Identity, multiple fetches, Soul Ring. Yeah. Their card quality is certainly higher than ours. Alright, do we want to make any changes? Some of these black cards look interesting. Specifically Thoughtseize and Mind Twist. We just don't have good enough fixing, though. There are a couple cards in the main deck that I don't really want. Like, Mizzium Mortars is kind of weak here. Can kill Jace. What if we bring in Sulfuric? Yeah, actually, I kind of like this plan. Go a little more aggro here. And cut, like... Everything looks pretty good, actually. We could cut a land on the draw. Could cut Splinter Twin, honestly. Yeah, let's cut Splinter Twin. They have a lot of interaction. I'll still keep one Kiki and one Pestermite, but Twin is kind of dead on its own, whereas Kiki Jiki can still do stuff. Yeah, I think I like this plan. Rampaging Frostodon is fine, but it's like they're not really going for that many blockers or that many creatures, so it's largely just going to be like a 3/3. Okay, I don't love this hand, but I will keep it. Of course, with a Pestermite in hand, I kind of wish we had Splinter Twin, but it's alright. I'm actually going to play Island here. If they play Jace, we can't bolt at end of turn, but that's not that big of a deal, and I'd rather keep up the chance of playing Counterspell if we draw it, which we don't. So we'll just go land pass. Holding 9 points of burn. Dak Fade. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's pretty good here, but it's not too bad for us. Island, Worn, Power Stone, okay. So play land and pass, and I'm going to go for an end of turn Pestermite. We could upkeep it, but I think I'd rather go end of turn. And then we're threatening to kill the Dak. If we can just go Pestermite, hit for 2, and then bolt the Dak. Not that I care too much about Dak Faden, but it does help them to find whatever they're looking for. They discard Miscalculation. Interesting. So if we Pestilmate in response, it turns them off of any 3-mana plays, but there's not that many they could have here. Really just Vendilion Clique, which I don't even care that much about. So if they counter this, then Dak Faden's just going to be in play for a long time, and we're going to have to be okay with that. They do counter, alright. Man, I really wish we had a white source. Do we care about this Azorius Signet? Not that much. So we have 3 options here. One option is play Confluence, kill Signet, hit you for 4. I don't think the Signet does that much. I think I'd rather save the Confluence for something better. Option 2, main phase cycle Xander's Lounge in case we find like a fetch land, or we have like essentially 2 tapped white sources that would set up Showdown of the Scalds for the next turn. But I think I'd rather just keep up my mana and like bluff something and then just cycle Xander's Lounge end of turn. It's it's a comparison of bluff versus potentially drawing one of the 2 lands that sets up Showdown. But there's also no real rush to get the Showdown into play even. We also need to decide if we care about this deck enough to bolt it, or if we just want to let them ultimate. And I don't think we care about the ultimate, so I'll just let them keep on drawing cards. Alright, do we find the tapped land, the tapped white land? No, we don't. Okay, good. 2 really good draws there. They have Vendilion Clique. Oh, no. Or no, they tap poorly. How do we want to handle this Clique? I think I will remand it. It's kind of close. We could, like, Fiery Confluence is a good answer. We could use Fiery Confluence to kill the Signet and the Clique. But I think I'd rather do it like this. I mean, they might just take the Fiery Confluence with the Clique, and then we bolt it, keep our counter magic up, but I like getting the remand going to try and draw towards some action. Although, of course, we didn't find any action. Now, if we ever find a white source, Showdown of the Scalds will be great. If we find just like other action, like Ancestral would be good, Dig Through Time would be good, like Expressive Iteration. Like, yeah, they've had a Planeswalker in play for 4 turns. It's drawn them 8 cards, but it's not actually doing that much. I mean, a lot of the cards they're discarding are still pretty good cards. Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Okay. I think I'm going to try Fiery Confluence to kill these 2 with Counterspell up. Okay, yeah. Two damage each creature, destroy target artifact. And if they counter this, do we counter back? Mana Drain. I think I will counter this. It's kind of close. But I don't want them to keep the Jace. Like, I don't care that much about the Signet, but I don't want them to keep the Jace and flip that. Right now, it actually doesn't do much, but I still just don't want that. Yeah, I think I will counter back here. If they have Daze, it's really bad. I think I'm still going to do this, though. They only have 2 cards, and they probably would have discarded the Daze over Clique or something. Oh, they do have it. No. Okay, now we're in a terrible position. Man, max punished. So the problem is, if we bolt, we need to kill the Jace. Or I wanted to kill the Jace. if we had enough mana for Bolt plus Counterspell, then I would have just like let that happen and bolted the Jace. Oh man, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna concede yet because we could find the combo, but it's pretty much over. They have 3 Planeswalkers. We need to find the combo immediately. Oh no, Pestermite's gone even. I'll take a draw step, but I don't really see a way we can win this. Man, that days was pretty good. Like, how do we win? Like, Glorybringer plus Fury. They only have 1 card, but they just have too many Planeswalkers. So now that we know they have Elspeth, that does make the Rampaging Ferocidon better, and they're pretty light on removal. Uh, guess I won't concede. I mean, yeah, it's not 100% over. Discard Scalding Tarn, Roggen Triumph, okay. The mill plan is like almost online. If we had Brain Geyser or something, we could go for that. So what would have worked better in hindsight? If we had gone for, instead of playing the Fiery Confluence, just let them have the Signet, just bolt their thing. Then they mana drain. I mean, I guess they're gonna flip their Jace no matter what. I don't think. I mean, I guess if we'd known exactly what would happen, yeah, I still think we wouldn't win because they're going for Mystical Tutor to get Fractured Identity, presumably. Oh, they get Time Warp. Okay, which they can flashback with Jace. I mean, yeah, if they just cast Time Warp, we're dead. Well, still, maybe not. They discard Snapcaster Mage and the Wandering Emperor. Jeez. Okay, so we definitely can't let them keep the Jace and flashback this thing. But if we top deck Fury and keep them off of the Elspeth Ultimate, it's not technically over. Okay, they found that line. That's definitely correct. And we don't have any Time Warp shenanigans of our own. Like, if we could go Showdown of the Skeleton into Time Walk, into Untap, Fury, put some counters on Fury, something along those lines. Kiki Jiki, cute, but not enough. Okay, so, on the play for game 3, do we want to bring in the Ferocidon? I kind of think we do. But what do we cut? I mean, obviously, Showdown of the Skulls was bad there. 4 white sources isn't great. One option is to just cut white. And bring in Beaumont Courier plus Rampaging Ferocidon. But we just don't have... our aggro plan is too anemic for that, I think. I think I'm going to do this. It's close. I can imagine this not working out, but I think I like trying to be a little bit aggressive. Like, they're just a better control deck than we are. Fortunately, we have to ship this. Okay, this we can keep. Keep and put back Nahiri, I think. If that was a Soul Ring, I'd be tempted to Force of Will, but Ponder is fine. Xander's Lounge, not a bad one, but we're still going to pass with Remand up. I'm happy to play Drago for a bit here. I don't want my first spell to get countered. Warren Power Stone. Okay, definitely gonna remand that. Remand into Iteration here is pretty nice. It's not guaranteed that we can get a 2-for-1 off this iteration, but it's very, very likely. Okay, so let's just take the 2 spells, I think. So, hand, bottom, exile, land, Karizev. We have Force of Will available if we want to, but I don't think I'm going to force the Worn Power Stone if that's what they play. There's an argument that that's correct, and it kind of depends on the nature of their hand, but I think I will let that resolve. Ooh, good draw. They could have days, though. Um, I think we still go for it. We can force a will the days if we need to. So let's hit for 3. Exile Ragavan at the end of combat. Then we'll play this. 2 damage to this, 4 damage to you. Nice. Don't have to use our Force of Will. That's great. Five mana. I mean, they could play like Fractured Identity. I think I would just let that happen. It's like annoying, but it's not that bad. And then if they just pass, nice. So we holding up Hardcast Force of Will is an option. In fact, maybe it's just the best option, and then play Dig Through Time. Slash, if they play something we need to counter, we can dig into Force of Will. Alternatively, we could play Ferocidon, which speeds up the clock a little. And then hold up like Bone Crusher plus. Well, okay. So I guess it depends on how quick our clock is. So if we play Ferocidon and then hold up Stomp, we're looking at hitting them for 8, putting them to 2. I think it's and then we're with Force of Will up, which is pretty great. Hmm. I think I'm gonna play a little slower. It's really close, but I'm gonna go with Dig Through Time. Um, I don't want to like if we go for it and like play the Ferocidon, force pitch, Dig Through Time. We're pretty much out of action. Ah, dang. Okay, given this, I do wish we had gone for that or played the Ferocidon. Um, I think I'm gonna let this resolve. It's just so much worse if they have Narset. Okay, it's not great, but I mean they're at 12. Their life total is kind of high now. Okay, we'll see what they get with this. Mana drain. I think I'm actually just gonna fire this off now then. Playing around days. Okay, so let's take. I mean, you could just take Pestermite Kiki. Or Pestermite Snapcaster Mage if we're worried about. Wow, I mean, all these cards are good. I think we take Pestermite Snap. Yeah, it's close. I'm gonna take these. All of these cards are so good. I hope we can shuffle our deck soon. Um, but this way, like, I just really don't want. Like, I think we need that Force of Will available here. If they cash in their Wandering Emperor for something, that's fine. If they play Elspeth, that's fine. They go for Click, that's also fine. I mean, they can take our Force of Will now, but um, they could also take Bone Crusher Giant. We have a reasonable amount of burn in the deck still, though. And if we could find a burn spell and go like Bolt Snap Bolt, that'd be really nice. They take the Pestermite. Put a counter on that. That's fine. I think we're just going to likely go for Stomp on the Click. So if we want to hold up, if we want to hardcast Force of Will, we need to play this island. So they're holding Mana Drain. This is so close. If we go for Stomp and they just let it happen, if we go for Upkeep Stomp, then it's kind of awkward because they can just let it happen and then we waste a lot of mana. So I think I am going to Stomp now. And I'm going to Stomp the Wandering Emperor. Like, the Vendilion Click is decent, but it's not as scary, I think, as just, like, repeated bodies. It's just, like, it'll trade with a shock eventually. We get blown out by Daze again, but I still don't think it's that likely they have it. They just drew. Yeah, they didn't Daze earlier. I mean, yeah, we'll see. If they have it, they have it. Counter your Mana Drain. Nice. Okay, so they have two cards. We'll see. If one of them is Elspeth, we probably lose. Although Ferocidon could win that. They do have their red mana now. Down to 15. Not Elspeth, not Elspeth. Ah, damn it. Okay. So it's not over, but we're behind by a lot. Cast Bone Crusher. Cast Ferocidon. Pass. So if they plus Elspeth, they go down to 8. Which they do decide to do. Getting aggressive, alright. Dang it. Okay, I mean, yeah, we need to crack this. Find some action. Come on. Alright. I think that's gonna probably lead to our downfall. We can... Yeah, we don't even have enough mana for Snap Daze. Or Snap Dig. Let's send this at them. Alright, that's fine. So we have Snap Dig Through Time available. It's not totally impossible. I think our opponent would have to mess up, though. With the Glennon play, especially. Take 4, go down to 7. There's been a lot of different lines this game. Maybe if we taken the most aggressive line. No, I think the Wandering Emperor would have beaten going for Ferocidon there. Okay, in response, I'm going to go for Snap Dig. Snap Dig is better than Snap Force here for sure. Like, we need to find some action. And they'll also counter it either way. They play the Dig, they use the Glen. When it comes back, they are going to go down to 7, then 6 when the Muldrifter hits. And then maybe if we top... No, but I think Fury's on the bottom of our deck. Elspeth is hard to beat, even when you have Ferocidon. Bolt. Yeah, not enough. Land, pass, but then like the only way they could win is if they plus Elspeth. I mean, yeah, they just have to mess up so bad. I'll give them the chance to mess up. Um, I mean, yeah, we go for the bolt, and then they counter with Glen, and then they win with exactly lethal in the air. All right, close game, close game. There must have been some line we could have taken the win. I'm not sure exactly. I think I'll probably take a look at the replay here. Um, yeah, a little bit of mana flood too, of course, but I mean that's part of the game. So could not quite get the trophy. We were very close, came within one game, but that's often how it goes. Our deck was pretty sweet. It was like a twin piece or two shy of being really, really good. Only having one Pestermite on that half of the combo was rough. Um, these two is typically the harder one to come up with multiples of. But so that was our twin package. We had a lot of burn, so we could just burn people out with like Glorybringer hits and Fiery Confluence. I don't think we ever played Chandra. Ancestral Vision was pretty good. The counter magic was, of course, great. Mana Leak, Remand, Counterspell, Force of Will is probably why we did as well as we did. We did win one game off of the Cyborg Wormcoil engine. I would say Third Path Iconoclast maybe overperformed, was at least decent. Nahiri Ultimate did win one game, so it was cool that we got to see a lot of different parts of the deck functioning, other than the Chandra. Would have really liked, in particular with the Snapcaster, would have liked some Ponder, some Preordains, maybe an Ancestral Recall, but definitely a pretty sweet hand, or a pretty sweet deck. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.